Now, this video is gonna be a long one because there's been a lot of situation that is happening right now on different social media platforms, and it's still ongoing in relates to the newest patch, Fiery Arpeggio, of Summer Reunion in Wuthering Waves, accompanied with its 1-year anniversary. I wanted to add something more about my overall thoughts after I watched the official livestream for the version 2.3 of Wuthering Waves. So, to begin with, I've been keeping an eye on their overall progress when wuwa was announced globally a couple years ago all the way to CBT2, with its gradual changes to its colors of the environments, rewriting the entire story, adjustments to their character design, adjusting or revamping the core gameplay and such until the official launch of the game came out on PC and mobile. Oh, and right now it's available on Mac and soon it will be available on Steam as well. Now, I'm gonna be honest, I have absolutely no idea what Kuro Games is before I discovered wuwa. It was also the time that I checked their history and turns out they made another game back then called Punishing Grey Raven, in which up to this day I'm still playing it. And if some of you may ask which construct do I own has the highest BP, I'm all in for Crimson Weave. And I even got her Tsubaki coating. Not to brag by the way, but I'm sure majority can actually get this skin in the first place, but yeah. Since day one of its launch, I even made an attempt to go live on YouTube while playing Wuthering Waves on my smartphone. And also, my computer wasn't durable and powerful back then before I made an upgrade months ago. Plus, I had to plug a USB cable to connect my phone to my computer so that I could mirror screen it and place it on OBS in a way that everyone can watch. But the results were full of disappointments, and there are a lot of cases like audio stutters, rendering issues, video and audio weren't synchronized, super laggy, especially on low-end devices, and some occasional game crashes. And you could say that I've set my expectations high on that one since release, and to be honest, you're right about that. So on that day going forward, I've decided to always set my expectations low every time when wuwa announced a trailer, updates, live streams, optimizations, updates, and such. Over time, Kuro Games had been steadily improving Wuthering Waves. They've been listening to player feedback and addressing common issues like typo errors, mistranslations, and performance issues across different devices, whether you're playing on mobile, PC, or console. It's clear they've been putting in the work to polish the game bit by bit since it's their main priority ever since when released. And then when version 2.0 dropped, it felt like a huge step forward. We got a new region called Rinasita, and one of the coolest features added was the flight feature. Yeah, you can actually fly in-game, but only available on Rinasita, so I was hoping they're gonna do that on Huanglong as well. The story quality also improved a lot, and the voice acting really brought the characters to life and adds a bit of immersion onto it. Characters like Carlotta, Zani, Brandt, and Rochia stood out. I mean, especially Rochia with her catchy Mamma Mia whenever she do the special attack on her resident skill. And I'll be honest, I instantly fell in love on Zani's voice the moment she showed up in 2.0 main quest, and let's agree here, all of you are feeling the same way too as well. So I'm pretty sure some of you might ask if I have any plans to get Zani once she's out on the next update. Definitely, yeah, I'm definitely pulling her on my main account, but I'm not too sure if I have any luck to get her on my second account, so good luck with that one. Even though the 2.0 was already at its highest peak, especially releasing right on New Year's Day, I'd say version 2.2 took things even further, at least in terms of story and emotional depth, with Cartestia, Fleur-de-Lis, and even our moments with Cantarella as well with her companion quest. Some might not agree, but I know a lot of players were moved by it. It felt more serious, more emotional, and players actually paid attention instead of just skipping through the dialogues and such. Which I'm pretty sure none of you ever skip, unless someone just kept yapping and yapping nonsense or whatsoever. On top of that, 2.2 added a ton of lore that ties back to version 2.0, connecting a lot of dots and dropping new info that lore fans can really dig into it, and might as well unlock on what's gonna happen to the following future updates of the game itself. But then, this happened. Version 2.3 of Wuthering Waves gone live, and many players, especially CCs, are on a watch to see if Kuro Games can actually pull it off and not ending up like what happened back in 1-year anniversary of Genshin. And you know, we don't want to talk about that, just pretend you didn't hear this. But unfortunately, things doesn't seem to work out very well. While many players, especially content creators, were disappointed with Wuthering Waves version 2.3 anniversary rewards such as receiving 37 total Radiant Tides and a flight skin with confetti trails on it, sigils and icons but no free 5-star character, there's an important context behind the backlash. A lot of the hype was driven by leaks, not by official announcements, which led to inflated expectations. When those expectations weren't met, the community felt let down, even though Kuro Games never actually promised such rewards, even though they are quite generous to the players. As for me, I'm fine with the anniversary rewards before they made some adjustments on that. Why would I ask for more when the game itself has made such huge improvements over the past couple of months? It's not just better, it's more enjoyable than ever, and I've been having fun with it since day one despite its rocky launch. Even my friends on Discord don't mind about these rewards. Same goes to the JP side too. And I'm gonna be real, I'm more excited to the wuwa collaborations with Cyberpunk Edgerunners than the anniversary rewards itself, because I've been in that experience before many times ago on other games that I've been making content before, especially with my days on Guardian Tales content. And I really have to say this, but you should always lower your expectations on those occasions, especially when someone claimed that you'll get a free 5-star selector for the anniversary from leaked channels and subreddit, but in reality, it's not. Like, genuinely, it's not. They're not 100% guaranteed, so that's why every time they said, always take this info with a bit of grain of salt, because you'll never know, because they might subject to change. And yeah. The fact that these players are angry over not getting a free 5-star, even though it wasn't officially promised, just shows how powerful leaks have become in shaping community expectations. It's funny, but also kinda sad. It's like devs can't win. If they don't meet the leaked expectations, it's seen as a betrayal. Now, why am I saying this? Allow me to clarify. When I say devs can't win, if they don't meet the leaked expectations, it's seen as a betrayal. Even if a game developer like Kuro Games never officially promised certain rewards like a free 5-star character or a selector, once the leak suggests it might happen, players get their hopes up. So if the actual announcement doesn't match what the leak said, players get upset, even though the devs never confirmed it. It puts developers in a really tight spot. If they deliver less than what leaks promised, fans feel let down or even angry, like the devs took something away when in reality it was never promised. If they match or exceed the leaks, it feels good to players, but it also reinforces the idea that leaks are a reliable source which can mess up future announcements, where expectations are being shaped by the unofficial info and the devs get blamed for not living up to hype they didn't create. But if Kuro Games did give out a free 5-star character or a selector, wouldn't that also affect their overall expectations on what's gonna happen on the next anniversary? That is my biggest concern. If Kuro did give out a free 5-star this early on, especially in their first anniversary, it would absolutely raise the bar for the next anniversary of this game. Players would expecting even more next year, maybe a limited 5-star, free exclusive skins, more free limited pulls, etc., and much more. Gacha communities have this kind of "what have you done for me lately" mindset. If you set a high standard once, even as a goodwill gesture, it becomes the new bare minimum in the eyes of players. Then if future rewards don't meet or exceed that, players start saying stuff like, wow, Kuro fell off. Last year was better, this is mid. They're getting greedy. It's a tricky balance. Give too little, people complain. Give too much, and you trap yourself in a cycle of escalating expectations. In that sense, not giving out a free 5-star might have been strategic to move to pace themselves long term. So yeah, it's a classic case of developers being caught in a no-win situation. If they don't meet expectations, they're seen as stingy. But if they do, it raises the bar unrealistically for the next anniversary. Short-term backlash sucks, but maybe Kuro Games was thinking ahead with it for the sake of the game's longevity. However, on the bright side, the anniversary content itself was substantial. Events like Cubic and QB, QB and Derby, QB photography turned fan-favorite characters into adorable cubes that roll headbutt enemies and perform flashy combos like Camellia's spinning laser beam attack. Plus, players got first looks at new characters like Zani and Chakona through gameplay previews, a new area unlocked via Zani's companion quest, a web event that recaps player history, a story event quest featuring Chakona, 2 new summer outfits revealed that will be coming out in version 2.4, and a revamped permanent game mode replacing, or maybe not replacing, the previous Depths of Elusive Realm, which personally one of my favorite game modes in wuwa. And if you pay close attention to the livestream, on the third redeem code display, it says more events and updates coming soon. And you know what, I'll put the blame to those who have low attention span or doesn't give a fuck on what the livestream says and kept spamming yapping, give us free 5-star like, give me a fucking break, dude. So while the lack of a free 5-star stings, especially with leaks, misleading players, the content side delivered in a fun and engaging way. Kuru Games may be playing the long game by managing expectations and focusing on gameplay over giveaways. Now, it might sound like I'm glazing wuwa, but there's a good reason behind that. I already mentioned this from the start, I've been playing this game since launch, so I'm coming from a place of personal experience, not just blind fandom. The truth is, there is absolutely nothing wrong with loving a game you enjoy, no matter how much negativity or misinformation might surround it. People love to argue about Kuru games, throw around misconceptions, or focus on the community wars and constant comparisons with other games. I would also include this one right now where players are being vocal, but at the same time didn't seem to help out the developers in order to address this issue. And you know what? At the end of the day, I believe credit should be given where it's due. Yes, the 1-year anniversary was a bit of a letdown, and I totally understand the frustration over the expectations that were set. Players were hoping for a free 5-star, especially after all the leaks, even though it's not 100% guaranteed, but Kuru Games didn't promise it. That doesn't change the fact that the content we did get in version 2.3 was substantial. Both the limited events and the permanent events showed that they're still committed to improving the game. There was a lot to enjoy in the update, and it brought some exciting new elements that helped balance the anniversary mishap. Even though the drama around wuwa is still ongoing, I'm sticking with the game for now and keeping an eye on how things evolve. Now, I am 100% sure that someone might ask, what's your point in regards to all my thoughts and takes in the anniversary 2.3 of Wuthering Waves. My point is that despite the rough launch and some ongoing drama, Kuru Games has shown real progress with Wuthering Waves. They've listened to feedback, improved the game over time, and delivered updates like 2.0 and 2.2 that really raised the bar in terms of gameplay, story, and overall experience. I'm just giving credit where it's due and sharing my honest thoughts as someone who's been playing since launch. And I know someone's gonna say, but the anniversary rewards are bad. Yeah, I know. The anniversary rewards were honestly underwhelming, and I'm not denying that. But my point isn't about hyping up the rewards. It's about acknowledging how much the game has improved overall. The updates, content, and story direction show that the devs are learning and putting it in effort. One misstep doesn't erase all the progress they've made. I'm just recognizing both the good and the bad, and I still think the game deserves credit where it's due. And I'm not blindly defending it, and I'm also not ignoring the flaws, but I think it's worth watching how Kuru Games handles things moving forward. If they keep improving the game and delivering solid content, I'm willing to give them a chance to prove themselves. For me, it's all about the long-term potential and enjoying what the game has to offer, without getting too caught up in the drama. Let people enjoy things. Even if there are problems or community drama, don't let that overshadow the good. Especially when the developer like Kuru Games is at least trying, even if they stumble. So yeah, that's pretty much it. That's my overall thoughts about version 2.3 anniversary event, the rewards, and also the patch itself. So if there's anything I said in the video that you're 100% disagree with, let me know in the comment section below and I'd love to have a discussion with you. That's all. So thanks for watching. See you guys in the next video. Take care and stay safe. Goodbye.